Okay, today I want to talk about what I like to call dirty tricks, and by that I mean the things that we use that make our life easier, but it may not be necessarily the official or the best or the recognized way to do things. So today, let's set up a scenario first. We want a list of procedures in the database that insert to or update a set of tables. Now, I've actually had this real recently where I had to go through and add a column to a bunch of different tables, and then I've got to go out and find the procedures that update those tables and modify them to include that new column. Now, yeah, I can go through and do an SP depends on each and every one of those, but we're talking about 80, 100 tables I don't want to do that for each individual one. I want one big list and go through it that way. So let's see. So I set up just a little scenario here with some tables and some procedures that reference them, and this is all kind of background stuff to the main point. Yeah, there we go. Perhaps I should shut off my email before I start. Okay, sorry about that. We're going to start off here with the simplest case. We're going to want to search for search sys comments for any place that has insert in the text or update in the text, and also the table name. Now, right now here we have a single table name, but we don't want to sit here and do this for 1, 2, 10, 80 different table names, the same query. So what we're going to do is make this into a list of or clauses. So text like table 2, but it's tedious to go through here again for 80 or 100. I can't say that enough. And sit there and type out or text like this table name or text like this table name. So let's go out and get a list of the table names we wanted. Like I said, when I was editing the table names before, I had my own list. I knew which ones I wanted open. I kept up a list. So, but here they're just all named table 1 through 10. So let's copy that. And what we're going to do is use Word to do some text manipulation and get that what am I trying to say? That list that we wanted. And I can hear what you're saying. Well, why didn't you just go up in here and type what you wanted? Return. Let's see. Build it right here is build the table name plus whatever characters you want. Yeah, absolutely, you can do it that way. But sometimes this is easier. Maybe a lot of times this is easier. It all depends on what you prefer to do. I know there's a lot of shortcuts I can use by jumping over to Word. So, okay, we've got our list of tables. When you're in here, you can go off of cues like paragraph breaks, which is $P, or tab markers, which is $T, and I'll show you how you do that. So let's see. For every paragraph break, I want to add a single quote before and after. This is going to be a wildcard word, so it's going to be like that. Each one is going to start out, and remember, after this is the new paragraph, so this is the first of the line. We'll say or text like whatever, right? Oh, I'm doing this in the wrong field. We're finding on that. There we go. And we're replacing that. This is distracting me. Well, that looks pretty good so far. And that was just one little thing. So let's jump over here and remember to start our first one and make sure our last one's okay. That's just extra. Okay. And you see what we did there is just a little very simple code text manipulation. So we've got that. Now I've got autocorrect changing my nice single quotes to the schmancy quotes that don't do me any good at all. So replace all those and replace the backward tick mark. And we have a lovely list that we can, as far as I can tell, let's plug it in and see how it works, right? So text like table 1. Indent these so it'll look all nice and pretty. Okay, so we're text like table 1 or text like table 2, etc. And text has either update or insert in it. And let's see if that'll return in one nice big result set what we wanted. Oh, look at that. Isn't that nice? So these are all procedure, this is all procedure code. And there's the name of the procedure right over there. We got that with object name ID. So that's returning everything we wanted, all the updated inserts to our set of tables. And I'd like to point out it's fairly easy to reverse engineer something like this too. If you're starting out with a list like this and you want to get it, pare it down to just the table names, then again it's easy enough to go through and say, okay, I want to get rid of, let's see, this, they have this in common. So replace this with a blank, or if you're so inclined, one of the fun string manipulation things you can do in Word is, and by the way, I'm just doing Alt-EE, that's one of my shortcuts I really like. Let's say that the things before your text, before and after your text, aren't consistent, but your text is more or less consistent, because like all my table names start here with table. Then I can say, okay, wildcard table, I'm going to replace the two, I'm going to erase the two characters before table, and I'm just going to keep doing that again and again until I run out. So, alright, so that's a simple example of what we're talking about, and I hope it comes in useful to you. Be sure to send me your dirty trips and ticks. Yes, send me those. And I guess that's all I got. Thanks.